Hello everybody, another exciting day. We have an update. It's 2020.20.13, which the big thing on here is for full self-driving. It gives traffic light and stop sign control in beta and a few other things. So in order to get it started, all we do is we choose to install the updates. We can tap the time on here just to speed it up a little bit, and then just we have to wait for a little bit for it to install. This is like 25 minutes. So here we go. Let's do it quick. Bam, 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 all done. All right. Previous to this update, the car would show you stop signs and street lights. It also show you the status, so green, yellow, or red. But it wouldn't do anything about this. Now with this update though, it can control the car based on them. It will see a green, yellow, or red, but react the same way and stop at the intersection. You can override this either by pressing down on the stalk or by pressing on the accelerator briefly. Now let's go over some situations that I came on my short drive. So to turn this on, we have to go to controls, bottom left corner of the little car. We go to autopilot, and then we go to traffic light and stop sign control just to turn it on. And now it's ready to go. We can head out. So I'm just heading down the street here, and I've got autopilot turned on, and you can see at the bottom it's giving me an indication of how far it is to the light and that it's going to be stopping. The status of the light is also red at this point, so it's going to stop at the line. And this is actually pretty accurate to where the line really is. Here's an example of how far you have to go and the countdown of distance. I could overwrite this just by pressing down on the stalk. But since this is an actual red light, I will be stopping here. So here's a situation where I'll be on the right-hand lane, which will be turning to the right, but there's no light ahead of me. It's still able to determine where I should be stopping, and it does work quite well. And I can continue it, but I take over it just in case. So in this case here, I have already stopped automatically. And when I continue on, it's still telling me it's going to want to stop. So at this point, if I want to continue, I have to hit the accelerator, or it will just stop at the light again. Now on this one, here's a pedestrian controlled intersection, and it shows you the status of the lights, which doesn't say anything. So in this one here, the person in front of me is slowing down because of the red. I override it since it's turned green, and the car stopped. Now, when it starts up again, it's going to continue just like regular autopilot does. But as you see, the light changes again, so it's decided that I need to stop. At this point, I can decide if I want to try to override it, but even if I try to, it's not going to do anything. That red line is still there. So here's a situation where I'm in the left-hand turn lane and I want to turn left, and it's decided to pull up to the light. It gives me a little indicator on the bottom saying the car can't do this maneuver. When I do try to override it, the car goes crazy. Here's another situation of the same thing. Now, like I said previously, this will work with adaptive cruise control. So here I have it turned on and it's stopping at the stop sign automatically. I then hit the accelerator and I can continue on my turn, maintaining the speed. So in this case, I'm also in adaptive cruise control. It goes over to the left-hand lane. I have my blinker on and it stops at the light, even though it's green, yellow, and red. I hit the accelerator and it will continue on the maneuver, allowing me to turn left. Here's an interesting one. This is an L-shaped junction. There is no indicators of anything going on here in adaptive cruise control, but it's decided that this is an intersection, so it wants to stop right at that line. Now, the car gets very upset at this situation and doesn't do very well, but I'm sure this will be worked out eventually. So in this one, there's a pedestrian crossing on the crosswalk as I'm going over it, and the car recognizes it and warns me. Now, this shows in the future that the car will be able to see a pedestrian crosswalk that is uncontrolled and be able to slow down and or stop for them, even though there is no lights for this. Thank you very much for checking this out. There's a lot of stuff to go over in this, and this is just what I've seen in the first hour or two of driving around. And I'm sure, like everything else, this is just the beginning of what will be better. Thank you very much for checking it out, and have a great day. Give me a thumbs up, a like, and you can see more content like this, and other people can. And I'll see you in the next one.